Tonight, when you go to bed, you're going to expect a solid, uninterrupted 8 hours of sleep. And if you wake up staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., you'll probably panic, curse your anxiety, and reach for your phone. But for 99.9% of human history, that middle-of-the-night wake-up wouldn't be a glitch in your biology, it was the feature. For over 300,000 years, every single one of your ancestors lived by a rhythm that would look completely broken to a modern doctor. They didn't sleep in one heavy block. They slept in pieces. And they didn't view the midnight hours as a stressful bout of insomnia. They viewed it as the most peaceful window of the day. We think we've perfected the night with light bulbs and memory foam, but the truth is, we have fundamentally broken a core piece of our biological operating system. We wiped out an entirely unique state of human consciousness that our brains evolved to need. So, what did our ancestors actually do when the sun went down? To understand the ancient night, we have to understand life before fire. We are primates. Our eyes are marvels during the day, but the moment the sun dips below the horizon, we become functionally blind. For millions of years, the night was a 12-hour hostage situation. If you moved in the dark, you became food for saber-toothed cats, cave hyenas, and wolf packs whose eyes were optimized for the midnight shift. Survival meant hiding in a tree or cave and staying absolutely still. Then, roughly 1 million years ago, everything changed. Humans tamed fire. A campfire created a literal dome of safety roughly 30 feet in diameter. Inside that circle, predators wouldn't dare tread. But fire did something else. It gave humans something they'd never had before: extra hours. Anthropologist Polly Wiesner studied the Jew Huansi Bushman, who still live close to our ancestral lifestyle. She found that during the day, 80% of human conversation is stressful, practical logistics, work talk. But at night around the fire, 81% of conversation completely flips into stories, myths, jokes, and songs. The campfire became our first theater, classroom, and church. It's where human culture was born. But what happened when the fire died out? Historian Roger Kirch spent 16 years digging through pre-industrial records and found something shocking. Across hundreds of medieval court documents, diaries, and ancient texts like Homer's Odyssey, people constantly referenced something called first sleep and second sleep. Before the industrial age, no one slept through the night. Our ancestors went to bed a few hours after sunset, slept for about 4 hours, and then naturally woke up around midnight. This wakeful interval, called the watch, lasted 1 to 3 hours. People weren't tired. They were alert, calm, and clear-headed. During the watch, they did everything. They prayed, they discussed dreams, they visited neighbors, and they lay in the dark to reflect. Medical manuals from the 1500s even explicitly recommended that couples try to conceive children during the watch because they had more energy and peaceful minds. After a couple of hours, a second wave of drowsiness would hit, and they would drift into a 4-hour second sleep until dawn. In 1992, psychiatrist Thomas Wehr proved this wasn't just a historical quirk. He placed volunteers in total darkness for 14 hours a night for a month. By week 3, without any prompting, their bodies naturally rebooted the ancient two-phase sleep program. More importantly, Wehr measured their brain chemistry during the midnight wakefulness. Their brains were producing massive amounts of prolactin, the same hormone released during deep meditation. The watch wasn't a gap in sleep. It was a built-in, chemically supported meditation state that modern humans have completely lost. So, what killed it? The light bulb. When Thomas Edison commercialized the electric bulb in 1879, we flooded the world with light. Today, blue light from screens tricks our brains into thinking it's always midday on the savannah, aggressively suppressing melatonin and forcing our biology into an unnatural, single 8-hour block. Waking up at 2 a.m. isn't a sign that your body is broken. It is a sign that your ancient biological software is working perfectly. It's your DNA remembering the rhythm of the cave. The next time you find yourself awake in the dark, don't panic and don't look at your phone. Just lie there, look into the silence, and let your mind drift. You aren't suffering from insomnia. You're just being a human sitting safely by a fire that went out thousands of years ago.